Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, tipping the scales at the 135 pounds. And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. King Ryan Garcia.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
A lot of trash talk. So here we go. Should be a good one. Couldn't land that jab. Catch and shoot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't score. They block that jab. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Did you see that? Crawford is dazed. Do you believe this? But Crawford just got knocked down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Got to waste time. Get stuck behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. Let's get it started in round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Step back. Hold that thought. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. A much better game plan here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nope, that hook won't score. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Can't score with that jab. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, he takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second.
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Only catching air with that hook. Swing and a miss with that hook. That punch landed. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of these earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him tight just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Holding nothing back here in the round. Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Punch themselves out here. I wouldn't think of holding on here for a minute. Missing with that right hook. Nice counter. We about to see Ryan Garcia go to the canvas. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here comes round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They're both trying for a knockout. Through the hook, didn't land. Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter punch. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout.
And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A lot of effort being exerted here. That's another scoring shot. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Fantastic punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Straight. Good. uppercuts. Jeez.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah. I let all the joy you bring. Yeah. But I'm coming back.
Close the door.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Did you call me Marquise? What's up, nephew?
He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.